You welcome back to TAKE420. I know it's been a little minute since I did an intro like that, but today's video, if you are familiar with, Jubilee, the YouTube channel Jubilee, they do a lot of like 20v1 debates. So they'll have one person with one stance on a particular topic, surrounded by like 20 other people with opposing arguments to that same topic. And they'll have that one person debate all 20 of them, pretty much. So we're going to be getting into something like that. Came across this channel called Super Rami. Super Rami. This person is creating their own Jubilee style 20v1 debates using anime and comic book characters. Today, we're going to check out the Eren Yeager versus 20 Anti-Yeagerist, Jubilee style 20v1 debate. And we're going to see who we leaning with. If we leaning with how Eren approaching it, or how the Anti-Yeagerist approaching it. You know what I'm saying? So without further ado, let's get into that.
It's Friday. You ain't got no job. And you ain't got shit to do. And you know this, man.
I am Eren Yeager, and today I'm surrounded by 20 people who oppose what I must do to free my people. My first claim is this. Eldia did nothing wrong.
I agree.
Ignorant fool. Do you have any comprehension of how many innocent people we slaughtered? How many entire civilizations we wiped from existence?
I know that better than anyone. I carry every memory, every peaceful village, every face, every child crushed beneath the feet of our titans.
80%.
And yet, I still believe there was nothing 80%. Inherently wrong with what we did.
How can those words even leave your mouth, you psychopath?
Because if we hadn't done it to them first, they would have done it to us.
The difference, and it's a massive one, is that we possessed titans capable of erasing entire continents. Do you truly not comprehend the difference in scale?
So our crime is that we won? That we were the strongest? War is a horrific game that everyone agrees to play. But the moment someone loses, they cry oppression and victimhood.
War is not a game, you monster. War should never exist.
I gotta pause it right there. War is not a game, coming from GABI, the one who was out there treating battles like she was on American Ninja Warrior and shit. Trying to be the top LD, trying to be the top honorary Marleyan. She out there treating shit like she in an RPG. Like she could just hit reset when she feel like it. All to do what? Please her oppressors? I disagree, Gabi. Sorry.
And when it does occur, there are rules. Sacred rules that separate us from animals. Rules that Eldia shattered completely by trafficking with devils.
And what did Marley do with our power once they seized it? Worse than anything we ever committed. They turned my entire childhood into a living nightmare.
Every death Marley causes...
Hold on, I want to read that little fact check out loud.
And what did Marley do with our power once they seized it? Worse than...
It says, while Marley committed many terrible acts with the Titans, their actions do not approach the scale, method, or systematic nature of Eldia's crimes. Eldia destroyed entire civilizations in a way no other nation has ever done, making their violence uniquely catastrophic and historically unprecedented. What we're doing now is moving the goalposts. What you're saying with that little fact check, that's saying that if you didn't do anything to me at all, right, and I come up to you and I smack you in your face for no reason, I just smack you, and you respond by pulling out a gun and shooting me dead, No one could be like, oh, you took it too far. All they did was smack you. You were supposed to just smack them back. The fuck? What? Bro, why'd you disrespect? Why'd you commit the heinous act in the first place? Once you do that, you open up the doors for whatever response. Y'all cannot blame Eldians because they took it to another level. And really, did they take it to another level? When you're literally one group of people being attacked by the entire world, how is the scale different? Because you were able to attack the entire world in one go, and they can't do the same to you. That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean anything. That's like saying just because we in America we got nukes, we got nuclear bombs, that we know the consequences of using a nuke. We know what problems that cause for the world. Does that give a nation with no nukes the right to just start, you know what I mean, terrorizing us? And then when they terrorize us, we not supposed to be able to use our nukes back just because it'll cause this? Nah, don't start nothing, won't be nothing. Feel me? Don't start nothing, won't be nothing. I'm standing with the Yeagerists on this one. GABI's tripping.
Can I put my glasses back on?
Yes. Facts.
Turned my entire childhood into a living nightmare.
Every death Marley causes prevent 10 more. They kill for peace. You monsters kill to devour the world. Marley respects human dignity and upholds international law.
Marley weaponizes those laws to maintain their stranglehold.
It's a status quo. It's a status quo. That's it.
Rules are written by the victors to keep themselves in power.
Precisely.
I carry the memories of thousands upon thousands of people, Gabi. The knowledge is overwhelming, contradictory, maddening.
That part.
But if there's one undeniable truth I've extracted from all those lifetimes, it's this. As horrifying as it sounds, there are no moral rules governing survival. No patterns you can trust. The only imperative is to survive by any means necessary. Strike them down before they strike you down.
That's your grand revelation from all that ancient wisdom? The law of the jungle? That's the sum total of what your primitive, violent mind could extract from millennia of human experience?
Stripped to its brutal core, yes. It's the law of the jungle. That's what the memories taught me.
That conclusion tells me nothing about human nature, and everything about the fact that you and your people are irredeemable monsters. Across the entire span of human evolution, through all its complexity and beauty, all you saw was cruelty and violence.
You're one of us, Gabi. You share the same blood. And here's what you need to understand. Even if we are monsters, you belong to us. There's profound value in standing with your own people, no matter how deeply flawed you believe them to be. Because in the end, you cannot be anything else.
Never. Your bloodline does not dictate who you are. I refuse to accept that.
That idealistic belief ended catastrophically for everyone who embraced it in my memories. Every single one.
Then if I'm cursed to be born a monster, I choose to be the righteous kind. The one who stands against the other monsters instead of joining their ranks.
Everyone is a monster, Gabi.
No. That's exactly what the monsters want us to believe. It's how they justify themselves.
Eren. I agree.
So before we continue and get on to Reiner, bro, Gabi is wildin', bro. Like this is what we call A1 brainwashing, man. This is like you are working for the people who made you what you are. Like for all of those, you know, who've watched Attack on Titan in full, bro, the founding Titan, she was a slave. She was a slave. They tried to kill this slave. She ended up stumbling into the lake, or they threw her in the lake, whatever. She didn't ask for this power. The little parasite, real Titan power thing crawled in her back and it gave her the power. She tightened up. But that was to protect. She was the one being attacked. She was the one being mistreated, being oppressed, being beaten, being just not valued as another human by who you claim to be humans. And not monsters, because, you know, not everybody's a monster, according to you. And I agree with that. Not everybody is a monster, but as humans, we all have the capacity to become one. Simple and plain. Simple and plain. We all have the capacity for it. No one's exempt from that. When she became the Titan, the king used her as his tool, as his weapon. And she don't know no better because she was born into slavery. All she knows is listen to this guy. Even though she got this type of power, I'm gonna just listen to this guy. Because it's all I know. I was born into this. My brain, my mind is warped. He used that power as a weapon. Right? Before he had that power, he and other nations were already warring with each other. Without the power of the Titans existing, war was already a thing. It's a regular human thing. What the problem is, he got the Titan power on his side as a weapon, and it's unfair to everybody else. That's like Shaq stepping on the court. Nah, you can't try to change the rules because I'm 7'2". Like, no, that's not my problem. That's not my problem. Develop a new weapon. Become Steph Curry. Don't bitch about me being 7 feet. Don't say, oh, well, you can't post up. You can't dunk. Nah, ain't no nah. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? And then because this one nation got that power, the entire world say, you know what? Let's band together so we could beat these motherfuckers. We all be beefing with each other, but none of us got this Titan power. This is the only motherfuckers with Titan power. Let's band together and take them out. And that's what been happening. Then they took over y'all, brainwashed y'all, made y'all self-hatred, made you think your own people are the monsters. Mind you, they sitting on an island with their memories wiped, don't know nothing about nothing, and they not bothering nobody, and the entire world is trying to attack them. And you want them to believe that y'all not the monsters? They don't even know. They didn't even do anything. That comes into that. It's like, okay, should you be held accountable for what your ancestors did? Because that ties into what you're saying that, oh, she shouldn't be held accountable for her blood just because she was born into this. It doesn't. No, you kind of do. You kind of do. You attacking your own blood for stuff that happened way before you was ever thought of, and you don't know the truth on. This is the type of shit that happens in real life, people. In real life. Let's continue with Reiner.
We've all done horrible things, but you can't stand here and claim that the Eldian Empire did nothing wrong. But they didn't. The Eldian Empire is the reason this entire cycle of suffering exists in the first place. You only want me to condemn Eldia so you can feel less guilty about what you did to us.
Fact.
To frame your actions as justified retaliation instead of what they really were. It was retaliation, but it was still horrible and wrong. I can admit that now. I don't think what you did was wrong, Reiner. You acted based on what you believed was right, based on the information available to you through Marley's indoctrination.
Yeah.
I probably would have done the same thing in your position. But now we both know better. So let's try not to repeat the mistakes of the past. What do you know better, Reiner? I know that there's good and bad on both sides. That no one is inherently evil. You know nothing, Reiner. You've glimpsed a tiny fragment of a vast, incomprehensibly complicated story. I know better. I'm the only one who can truly see the full picture.
That's even more reason for you to want to do better.
Hundreds of people tried to do better after realizing the cycle. I remember most of them. They were people far greater than you or me. And you know what happened when they tried to do better? They failed. Miserably.
That's not a reason to stop trying.
Quick note on that fact check. The memories weren't distorted to achieve his own goals. It was the founders. If you really watched Attack on Titan, we know that it was the founder who was actually even controlling Eren. You know what I'm saying? That's why they wouldn't let him see past a certain part of the future. They wouldn't let him see everything. It was the founder.
They didn't have
I'm
what
not
we
going
have
to
now.
stop trying. I just think it's insanity to repeat the same failed methods and expect different results.
What's your different plan then?
That's called
Destroy
insanity.
the world?
Call it what you want, but I can assure you, it's the only solution that's never been attempted.
You're insane.
Do you have a better plan? Or do you want to keep recycling the same idealistic fantasies as your ancestors, failing to break the cycle over and over until it breaks you
I believe
instead?
we can achieve better results using the same principles people before us tried. Because even though they failed,
That's how y'all got to where y'all
I
at.
see their attempts as useless. Every effort tilted the direction of the world slightly.
True, we know what does.
No, we not overlooking their efforts. We're using their efforts to understand that those don't work. We now understand that that way doesn't work. So now we could try a different way. It's like who said it? I think Thomas Edison or something, even though he didn't really, invent the light bulb. But he said, I didn't fail it took me 1,000 times to make the first light bulb. I didn't fail 999 times. I just learned 999 ways how not to make a light bulb. Still learn something. So with their failed attempts, we learned that those methods don't necessarily work. They are useful. They help us not keep rehashing and recycling the same shit. You feel me? Like we can now approach it differently. We can now think differently because we have this to look at and we know it don't work.
Doesn't work.
No. Repeating what they did isn't stupid. Because the conditions are fundamentally different now. We have technology, global communication.
They thought they did too.
And people are more aware and civilized than ever before. Peace through balance has never been more achievable. And if we don't accomplish it, the people after us will.
What I want to say about that when it comes to Reiner is talking about, it's like, bro, you make no sense because that technology, all these things existed already, right? Even before you were born, Reiner, and became a warrior and all that. Not only that, the place where you fighting so hard to rep, Marley, they actually already knew all of this stuff back to the previous king. They knew that the Eldians were in parody. They stand behind the wall. They're not going to release the colossal titans. They're not going to start the rumbling. They already knew these things, and yet they still wanted to take over. They still wanted to use that technology and all these other stuff to take over parody and take over all Eldians and the power of the Titans. They wanted full control over that power. It's like America. We see something you got, and we feel like, hey, hold on, we need to be the ones having that. We niggas gonna go try to take your shit. And they're gonna try to put out a narrative that justifies their actions when there's no justification at all. So they already had this knowledge, yet they still was sending you on these missions. So how are you going to sit there and try to say that because of technology and the times that you're in, the era that you're in, that resolving these issues is much easier? It's not. Or even if it is, nobody's trying to actually get that final result. That's not the result anybody wants. No nation wants that result. Everybody got their own different agenda. And the only motherfuckers that really wanted the peace, the Eldians, the Yeagerist, people like Eren. So he listen, the whole world is against me and mine. Well, then I'm going to just wipe out the whole world except me and mine. That's it. That's it. Because no matter what we do, they're going to attack us. They don't want to hear nothing we got to say. No matter what we can prove, what we can show, they've already been indoctrinated for too long. We're their enemy, and we're always going to be their enemy. If I know that, then fuck it. I'm taking everybody out. I'm taking all y'all out. I'm protecting me and mine. That's it. That's it. But I'm going to stop it right there. You know what I'm saying? I would, you know, if you want to see the entire thing, which is I would like you guys to do, go to over to Super Rammy's channel, you know, subscribe to them. Check out the rest of this video and check out the other videos they have. I may do some more like this to the other ones. I may not. So, you know, you want to check out the other ones, subscribe to Super Rammy. Hey, subscribe to me too though. Subscribe to me too though. You know what I'm saying? It's a good thing. Hit the like, hit the share, jump in the comments, tell me y'all thoughts on you know what Gabby said, what Reiner said, what Eren said. What's your stance? You know what I'm saying? And check y'all on the next one. TAKE420, we out.